I guess this is it. The guys are cleaning in there right now. There he is. Hey, Edwin.
Yes.
Keep it going, man. Boy, they've got to clean everything. They're gonna clean everything. Even outside on the deck, he's wiping everything off, the ceilings, the walls, the windows, the door frame. Got to get all that. And they've got some HEPA filters running in here. There's one here, it's got set up. There's another one right over here. They've already pulled all the stuff down from here, wiping that off. Boy, they got lots going on here. And they're gonna be here pretty much all day long. I was lucky, I got here this morning. I thought they were gonna be here at 8 o'clock, but they got here at about 9 o'clock, right after I got everything loaded up. Look, here's all my stuff. I got all my stuff loaded up right here because I'm gonna clean and seal the showers and the floors after they get all done. Okay, that way they can get in here and get all this stuff done without my stuff being in the way. And they got this door shut for a reason. This little machine right here is shooting ozone out into the room. That's gonna catch any smoke smells that are in here just in the air. And it's gonna take that and zap it and get rid of it. They still have to clean everything, but if you don't put some ozone in here, you're not gonna get it all. You can clean everything, then all the air particles are still gonna be filled with the smoke and you're gonna smell it. Okay, so he's running that right now. They're cleaning up here, and the funny thing, well, it's not funny, but you see these sponges right here? These sponges are chemically treated. It's a dry chemical on there, and they're gonna use that, and they use that and wipe that on the walls and the ceiling. And I asked him, are you gonna use any other special cleaner? And he said no, because if they use a wet material on the walls, then you could start smearing the walls if you don't get everything 100%. So they're using, and especially the ceiling, you've got to use something dry if it's a flat paint, and that's what all these ceilings are in this condo, a flat paint. If you had semi-gloss up there, you know, like in a kitchen area or something over in here, then you could maybe use something different. Everybody's got their own little job here. Mikey's doing a good job up there. See in here, they've got to clean all this here except the showers, the shower floors. I'm gonna do that later. I'll do that in a couple days. And then these floors in the bathroom and the kitchen, I'm gonna do those when they get all done. Wow. Their initial estimate was, remember I told you between $5,000 and $10,000 just for them to do their stuff. Well, I just signed a preliminary $6,225 for their stuff, and that could change depending if they find other things that I didn't go over with them before or something, you know. Usually most companies require half the money up front and half when they get complete. So if you're running this through an insurance company, you better check, make sure whoever's going to do all your cleaning, that they understand that, or sometimes they might say, oh, you know what, we can't do the job because we need 50% up front, and then you may have to call another cleaning company. Okay? Things to think about when you're running it through insurance, or you're just going to have to suck it up and pay out of your pocket the deposit, and also when they get done, and then you get reimbursed from the insurance company. You know? See, even all this stuff. Hey, good job. Even all this stuff out here needs to be cleaned because this is the little lanai, and they had this door open and all the smoke came in here. So I want to get all this clean as best as possible. Hey, are you going to be able to reach this outside overhang too from there to here?
Yes, sir.
To here?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. And the back side of the beam.
That's all.
Great. Thank you. Okay, well, I guess everybody has their job going, and I can go take off for coffee and come back. Now tonight, once they get all this stuff done tonight, they're gonna blast this with some other machines, close it all up. You know that little ozone machine I was showing you? They've got a couple more of those, and they're gonna put those in here and also some other negative air machines as well. And they're just gonna cook this baby. So I won't be staying here tonight, that's for sure. Well, it's the end of the day and everybody's gone. And this is how your place is gonna look right now after they clean. You know what? I'm not smelling any smoke. That's a darn good thing. They're gonna come back in the morning. We're gonna review the list. I'm gonna review the list with them. And all these pictures, they came down. I guess they must have put them back up already. That's one of the questions I'm gonna ask them. And they've got a couple ozone machines running. They wanna run these all night. You hear this? That's blowing out ozone right now. He didn't want me to stay in here tonight. Got the ceiling fans on, and I still have plastic over the air conditioner covers. Okay, all the beds are up. He's letting everything dry, and he even got all the carpets cleaned. We got that all put back up together too. Up in there. That looks good. Now see, they took pictures of everything before they took everything down, and that was a good idea. Then all they had to do was look at their pictures to see where everything went back together. I ended up opening up the drawers. They didn't have these drawers open, but I went ahead and opened those up. That way any lingering smells or anything like that, it gets treated with this ozone zapper. Okay, this machine right here. I used to sell these machines called, they were slightly different than this. They were called living air machines. Have you ever heard of those? Looks almost like a speaker box. And you could turn that on and you could regulate the ozone in your rooms, and also it shot out negative ions. That all got in the air, and negative and positive ions, once they hit each other in the rooms, they attract and then they bond like a magnet, and then they fall to the ground and you vacuum it all up. And then the ozone takes care of all kinds of smells. I used to sell those. Well, these are slightly different than that. This is just an ozone maker here. And they're doing that just as a deterrent. And this machine here, this one's not an ozone machine. This is a industrial odor control system, Vapor Shark it's called. And there's a filter in there, and I'm not sure exactly what all that's doing, but you know, that's why I brought in the experts. You know, if you want to tackle something like this yourself, I wouldn't suggest it, only because there's certain things that you're not going to know what to do as opposed to what not to do, or the right type of cleaning materials to use. Here's another one of those ozone machines. Got everything nicely set up in this room. I went ahead and opened up the doors to the armoire here, and you know what? I forgot to open up these little drawers here. I guess I'll do that just to get some of the ozone in there and filtered in a little bit. You know, I pulled this one open right there. Got this one open here. Man, they did a lot of work in here today. I'm still kind of shocked as though for how much it costs. And I'm sure glad that the insurance is paying for all this. You know? Man, they did a lot of work in here today. I'm still kind of shocked as though for how much it costs. And I'm sure glad that the insurance is paying for all this. You know? Because they're gonna be here tomorrow for maybe, oh, I don't know, a third of a day. And then they had a full crew in here today. $6,225. And you know, I'm glad it's not coming out of my pocket. Here's all my stuff still here. I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm not, you know, this whole job's gonna cost more than that because I got a new couch. I've got to also clean and seal the floors and the showers. I also have to redo this, but the upholsterer guy wasn't going to be here until January. So I had them clean these for now, but I'm going to reupholster those as well as these two seats here. And then I had to get all new bedding. I had to purchase it, had to drive and find it all. And you know, so $6,250 is, or $225 is not the end all cost for this entire area. Okay. He's also got the cost of the air conditioners. Don't forget that, as I was explaining to you from before. You know, so this is a very large type of project, even for a small condo such as this, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, and small little kitchen area. So if you had a whole room to do, you're talking many more bucks than $6,225. That's the importance of making sure people do not smoke in your house, in your condo, in your apartment, in your duplex, whatever. Make sure that they realize that they sign some sort of waiver or something that they understand that if they smoke, they're in big trouble and somebody's going to have to pay for it. And that's why I would suggest and highly urge, if you've got somebody in your place or something, look at an insurance policy, maybe something that might cover that. You know, you're just going to have to look. I know they have damage insurance. If somebody messes up your couch or breaks something, breaks a light fixture, damages a cabinet, you know, your upholstery gets all messed up on your seats, somebody bangs a hole in the wall, or your mini blinds like this one gets screwed up by somebody fighting in here. You know, I think insurance covers that kind of stuff. I'm not quite sure if it covers smoke damage like cigarette smoke. So check that out with your insurance company and have at it. Okay, now another idea for you is you get a price from somebody to do everything. You get as much information out of them as you can, and then you try to do some of this stuff yourself. But you know, overall I would not recommend that. But if you're somebody who just can't afford that and your insurance is not going to cover it, you can do lots of stuff yourself as much as you can. Talk to different people, go on the website, go on the internet, go to your hardware store, talk to different people and figure out what sort of things you can do to save you some money. All right, well, I better get out of here. I'm not going to stay here much longer. This ozone is probably not the healthiest thing for you. You know, for a few minutes, fine. But for all night, forget about it. Well, that's all I have for this time. But I'll be back with